I find it so fascinating what you lay out in your introduction to your book, Jennifer, which really is like the way that the Hollywood production system, it has completely shifted. Like when we're talking about the 1950s, like can you kind of bring us in, Jennifer? Like what was it like to be a Grace Kelly or a,
Mhm.
Jimmy Stewart in this
It
Hollywood
was
system?
it was very different. Yeah, the studio system back in the day. That I mean, that's how Hollywood began, especially, and then going from the silent era into sound, it was like very solidified that, this studio system is how things are going to be from here on out.
Mm,
And it was very much, it was like, you were contractually obligated to a studio. If you wanted to work with another studio, you had to be loaned out. There was, had to be money exchanged. So there was no freelancing going on, nothing Wild West the way it became later on.
mm.
And it was very much like, if you were an actor or an actress, you normally would probably work about 6 days a week and you get Sunday off. And you'd work pretty hard. And once one film ended, say if you were at Paramount or somewhere, you would probably just cross over to the other side of the sound stage or the lot, and then you'd just be on to the next picture.
Wow.
So it was very very different. And also there, I mean, I think it's common knowledge too that like the images of actors and actresses were a lot more tightly controlled, than they would be now. So nobody, if anyone had any sort of issues, nobody really was aware of it. The PR people made sure of that.
Yeah,
So
like a Rock Hudson, his sexuality is kept tightly controlled.
yeah,
Like they're,
unfortunately, yeah.
yeah. Well, and
Yeah,
we're
that these
dealing,
things had to happen back then, yeah.
yeah, and like I recently rewatched, well, we'll get into Rear Window. It's actually the first time I watched Rear Window in full. So this is for
Oh.
you, Jennifer, because, you know, I'm a Vertigo Hitchcock person, but I like, you know what it
Oh,
is? I think I figured it out. I like the Vertigo doubling, and it's very Edgar Allan Poe like. It's very
yes.
gothic, and I'm
Very
into,
gothic.
yes, and I like that style.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and I'm also into the birds because I like the attacking of the birds. They're going
Yeah.
after Tippi Hedren. Is that the main
Tippi
character?
Hedren. Yeah. Oh my gosh, poor Tippi Hedren.
I
Just the
know, I
experience
know.
that she even had filming it.
Oh, did she? What happened?
Well, I know that at one point they had to use real birds, or the scene where at they close to the, I don't want to give anything away,
Yeah.
but she goes into a room, and she walks up the stairs with the flashlight. She goes into a room and then she's attacked and by the birds, and they had to start using real ones because they were having technical problems with some of the mechanical birds, and then
Oh,
so she ended up getting scratched up and kind of I think I don't know if it was like serious injuries. I can't say too much about the bird, speak too much to the birds. I'm sure there's an expert out there who can, but I know that she did suffer a few injuries from that. And obviously everyone probably also knows that her and Hitchcock didn't have the greatest
mm,
relationship either. So yeah, there was that as well.
wow.
So